Hello and welcome to another edition of Motor Cars Enthusiasts. Right off the bat on the old show today. Yes, more sinkhole talk from the old Chevrolet Corvette Museum. As apparently the board of directors have got together again, they've taken in some estimates on what it was actually going to cost to keep the sinkhole inside of the building. Now obviously having a big, musty, damp hole inside of this building was going to be quite the undertaking. Apparently it could cost upwards of around $1 million to actually improve it to as far as safety is concerned and to be able to keep the actual facility in one piece, which is pretty entertaining, especially with the fact that they're talking maybe only $500,000 is what it's going to cost, at least to fill in the sinkhole and hopefully put the rest of it back up together. So the board of directors got together. They voted now they're going to fill the sinkhole. It was previously reported that they were actually going to keep it. They will fill the sinkhole and bring the old Sky Dome back to its former glory from back in the day. And it's only been a handful of months, actually, since this particular deal has happened. Now, as far as keeping the heritage of the sinkhole at least intact, a handful of the Corvettes will not be repaired. They've actually looked into it, and the cost effectiveness of actually keeping those vehicles back to their former glory was just going to cost way more than the vehicles were going to be worth. Same situation with the Sky Dome, same situation for these cars, but at least these cars will still be kept on display and as a constant reminder of that faithful day when the earth opened up and swallowed a big chunk of the Corvette Museum and a big chunk of Corvette history. So, kind of sad that the sinkhole isn't going to be there anymore, but it kind of makes sense though as well. Not to mention, if you want to see the sinkhole, you need to get down there quick because only in a handful of months, talking about mid-November, there's going to be a big event there at the Corvette Museum, and after that they will start construction on actually putting the whole building back together again. So we'll keep you in tune if anything changes on this because it's already changed once, it may change again. Next up on the list, the 2015 SRT Dodge Viper is out and about and going to be in dealer showrooms very, very soon. Now, this vehicle does get a little bit of bump off right off the bat in the horsepower department, and we'll talk about that in a wee bit. It's going to be coming in 4 different variants. It's going to be coming in the standard Viper version. They're bringing back the GT again, even though it didn't sell very well in the last model generation. And the GTS will be back. They're also going to bring back the 2.0 version, if you will, of the actual TA. That is the more track-focused edition of that particular model. Now, this vehicle did get a little bit of upgrades in and around the interior, a little bit of odds and ends here. Now let's get back to the horsepower department. That 8.4 liter, normally aspirated V10 does get a bump up in horsepower, but it's only 5 brake horsepower up to 645 brake horsepower, which even that TA is going to look a little bit soft compared to its rival, which is the brand new Z06, which is making an extra 5 horsepower on top of that at 650 brake horsepower. No supercharged variant like it's been rumored about, out and about, so we'll wait and see what comes of that in the future. But I tell you what, after those Hellcat twins were actually showed off over the past several days, I think Dodge, SRT, and the whole group might have been more wise to bring the old new Viper out first before those Hellcat twins actually showed up. Because it seems a little bit soft, doesn't it, being over 50 horsepower less. And oddly enough, the Viper still isn't selling very well. For as is probably the most sexy Viper ever built, just hasn't been selling that well, and they quite possibly could be a lot up to that over $100,000 price tag. Now, there is going to be a special edition version, which is this model. This is the SRT Viper Ceramic Blue Edition. Obviously, because of the brand new paint being ceramic blue. Now, you can get this in a couple of different options. There's a wheel option for this particular machine. Also, there's a striping option for this particular vehicle. It'll only be in black as far as the striping is concerned. Now, the trick is they're only going to build 40 of these models, which I know the Viper faithful will gobble these up right quick. So, if you got a hankering for one, you better head down to your Dodge SRT dealership very, very quickly. And we'll keep you in tune to what comes of any more. Hopefully we'll hear more about that supercharged version. We'll see. Last up on the list, Land Rover unveiled the brand new Discovery Sport over the past couple of days. And this is it. It's got a very Evoque-like front end on this particular machine. Now the vehicle is a 7-passenger sport utility vehicle that will be based all in a 4-wheel drive, at least in the first variants. It'll be 4-wheel drive only. Now again, 7 passengers with a massive 8-inch touchscreen in the center of the machine. And they'll all be powered by 240 brake horsepower inline 4 cylinders that are turbocharged. And this will be mated up with a 9-speed automatic transmission. Early reports that this vehicle will cost just a touch under $40,000 US here in the States, but we'll keep you in tune if we find out any more. It's a quite attractive vehicle, and I guess going with that Evoque bodywork, it's not a bad move at all. And that's all there was that I thought was worth talking about for this edition of Motor Cars Enthusiast. If you want to read a little bit more about that Corvette Museum deal, I've got it up on the Facebook page. Link will take you right over to the Corvette Museum's website. Also, if you want to subscribe to the channel, you can do so at any time. Get the first dibs on the brand new shows as soon as they come out. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again real soon.